Hi guys, welcome back to Signpost Destinations. Today is our first official day of our virtual vacation, and our first stop is going to be Key Largo. And I've got my friend Markham back here, and he's going to talk to us about all things Key Largo. So Markham, thank you so much for joining us again.
Good to be back.
Yeah, all right, can you tell us a little bit about Key Largo as a whole?
I know nothing. Oh, okay, sorry. Let me quickly make something up. Key Largo is the furthest north, key. We break the keys down into 5 regions. So Key Largo is the first one you're going to run into or drive through or go to when you leave the mainland. So that would be flying into Miami International, for example, or Fort Lauderdale. But if you're driving down, you'll stop in Key Largo. So Key Largo is known, or it has been known for decades, as the dive capital of the world, certainly of Florida. There's a lot of submerged wrecks. I don't know if you can see this on my map, but these are big ships that have been scuttled out there. So it attracts divers, deep sea divers from all over the place that want to come here, come to Key Largo. And, it's a really laid back, quiet key up there. Some wonderful properties up there. I just was visiting last week, and I'm happy to give recommendations to anybody that wants to reach out to our office. It's also, you can see these little green areas here. This is the Everglades National Park. And a lot of the excursions leave from Key Largo because it's so close. And so you can take an outfit or a boat that'll load kayaks and other things onto this larger boat and take you out into this really great wilderness area. It's a water wilderness. And the Everglades National Park is pretty cool. Good to see that in the winter, I would say February, March. Otherwise, you might get some bugs, sort of like in Michigan in the summer, anywhere in the summer. But that's Key Largo. I mean, what else can I tell you? It's a great spot.
Awesome. I mean, that sounds like that's your can't miss thing to do. And we kind of talked about that for the Keys as a whole. Water is really the big draw, but it seems like for Key Largo specifically that getting out on the water and snorkeling, scuba diving, anything like that is really kind of the biggest draw there.
It is. Yep. It is. And the park. Those would be the 2 main things that if you're going to land. Key Largo is only about 45 to 60-minute drive from Miami. So you can land from your hectic life wherever in Miami International and literally be in an island kind of feel in under an hour, which is pretty great. Nice. Like you've really stepped into a different, very slow, suddenly all of a sudden, you're not speeding anymore and it's time for a cocktail. So that's your first stop, and it's pretty quick and easy to get there from Miami Airport, for example.
And now, do you have any great food or restaurant recommendations up in Key Largo?
Well, let's see. What's happening in Key Largo? There's a couple really excellent properties up there that have some pretty nice restaurants. Man, Emily, you're stumping me, man. You're stumping me here.
This one.
The restaurant scene up there is like pretty much like the rest of the Keys. Any seafood joint, you're going to get super fresh, local caught snapper and grouper and things like that, and stone crab when they're in season, lobster when it's in season. So any decent looking. There is a really funky old Keys place up there called Mrs. Mack's Kitchen.
Right.
And it's been around like 60 years. They filmed a lot of the what's that series, Bloodline scenes from Netflix in there, and it's got that old Keys vibe, killer key lime pie. Woo, I'm recovering here. This is Mac's Kitchen. You can't beat it when you're in Key Largo. How about that? Bing.
Awesome. Thank you again. I know I've heard stories about their key lime pie. That's on my stuff when we go down.
This is Mac's. Don't forget it. Yep.
Excellent. Good.
Yep.
Now, what's the best way to explore or get around Key Largo? Is it easiest by car, or is there a better way?
It is.
Car.
It is. That's a great point, and I actually thought about that before we got on this call. And pretty much everywhere outside of Key West, you're going to be. I mean, there is a bike path that runs along the highway, safely away from the highway, but for bikes. But really and truly, it's a car kind of thing there.
And it's, I
Yeah.
mean, I think sometimes people think because you're an island, it's so small that you can walk places, but that's not entirely
No,
true. There's some
no,
pretty
it's
big
not.
islands.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah.
not true.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta
Bring a
drive.
car. Yeah. Bring a car. Well, that'll change when we talk about Key West, but really Key
Right.
West is the only place you can
Exactly.
really do that. Yeah, it's
Right.
coming up. It's coming up.
Right.
Sorry, tomorrow or the next day or whenever. Okay.
Good. And now, are there any events or activities in Key Largo that would be worth catching? Trying to plan
Yeah.
that.
There are. There's let's see. There's an underwater music festival.
Yeah.
And actually, you may want to flash this at some point, but it's fla-keys.com, and I mean, all that information by Key is going to be there. And it probably better than I can tell you, but there's definitely the underwater music festival. Definitely consult the website. There's a very famous seafood festival they have in the summer, June, and I don't think they held it this year, but next year they will.
Right. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But consult the site. And also in Key Largo, I will just do a plug for John Pennekamp State Park. That's not the Everglades National Park, but the state park system, and it's the only underwater state park, I think in the country. You can essentially snorkel right off the beach at John Pennekamp. So look up Pennekamp too. That's in Key Largo. And just to shout out a couple properties up there, Playa Largo. I was there last week. Unbelievably great property. Highly recommend that for lodging. Baker's Cay is another one.
Yeah.
And then super high end, if you want to go splurge and go crazy, is a new place called the Bungalows, which I also visited, which is all inclusive and
Yeah.
very, very high end. So
That's adults only, correct? The bungalows?
it's also only, yeah.
Right. Right. Awesome.
Pretty neat property though. But I would say if I had to pick, I'm not supposed to be favoring anyone, but I'd say Playa Largo.
Okay, good to know. Good, good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Actually, after this video, what I'm going to do for everybody tuning in today, I'm going to actually show some of those videos that you mentioned of John Pennekamp and kind of link in some of those other cool things up in Key Largo for you guys to enjoy today. So thank you, Markham, and we will see you tomorrow when we are talking about our next stop, which is Isla Mirada. So, all right, thanks, guys. Have a good day. Hey everybody, it's me again, and I'm here to bring you guys just a little bit more of that information that Markham and I were talking about Key Largo. So again, I've got some cool videos to share with you, and let's get to it. Let's take a look here and see some cool things to do in Key Largo, why don't we?
Deep within Key Largo, you'll see things that may surprise you. From the unspoiled wilderness of the Florida Everglades to the tranquility of John Pennekamp State Park. Look below the surface and you'll find more depth in Key Largo.
Guys, I really thought we needed to have an underwater video for Key Largo since they're known for their snorkeling and scuba diving there. And as Markham said, it's something you can definitely do everywhere in the Keys, but John Pennekamp is one of those can't be missed locations. And let me just mention a couple other things there that we didn't see in the video that Markham and I were talking about. So, well, first, John Pennekamp, you saw there, the diving is fantastic. John Pennekamp is great for underwater or overwater. They've got a beach and kayaks and all sorts of wonderful things for the family to do. And Mrs. Max is up there in Key Largo, some of the best food, some of the best key lime pie in the region. And you heard it straight from Markham. His recommendation for a great resort for everybody to stay at is the Playa Largo Resort. So I'll make sure to attach links to each of these places. And obviously, if you guys have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm here to answer any questions and help you guys out and make sure that you guys have a wonderful trip to the Keys. So that's what we've got today for Key Largo. And make sure you join us tomorrow when we talk about Isla Morada. So it's going to be so much fun. You don't want to miss it. So.